Vivian wasn't expecting anyone in the bathroom at that moment, but maybe she had forgotten about her shameless husband. Hear me? Oh, you're back already? Yeah, unfortunately. He looked away. Vivian washed her hair into the running water under the tap. This makes a woman lose her all charms. He turned back and began moving. As he walked, he was suddenly pulled back. Vivian had held his arms and looked at the floor. What? What do you mean by lose her charms? She asked with her gaze fixed at the door. He grabbed her hair and pulled it down. He gave a half smirk. You can be a lion and I'll be still a water. He left her hair and went away. She went back and stood under the shower. Well, whatever. She began rubbing her scarf again. Kirito sat on the sofa and looked into his phone. He seems lost somewhere else in the middle of texting Erika. That hair? Hey, Erika, let's meet up. I don't feel good, he texted. Erika stood inside a club with while talking a guy. Her phone buzzed and she checked the message. Look, go die. I don't care, she texted back as a guy held her waist. Who are you texting? He asked. My boyfriend. I'll play a little hard to get and then forgive him. He must learn the lesson through this all. You have a boyfriend? He asked as he left her waist. Well, it's not that serious. We still can hang out and have our share of fun. He held his hand. He moved away. No thanks. I don't want to touch other people's property and get into unwanted trouble. He walked away and got mixed up in the crowd. Oh, this is so annoying. She stomped her foot on the floor. Her eyes suddenly stopped at someone who was sitting near the table, having a drink. He had a blonde hair with the blue highlights and seemed like a foreigner. She fixed her makeup and dress as she walked towards him. She sat beside him and ordered a drink. Then she looked at him. He immediately looked back at her. She smiled. Hey. Nah, not my type, he said in Japanese. What? It's so gross and vulgar. Blah. He looked at his drinks and kept it aside. Oh, you shouldn't drink or you shouldn't have drunk that. I know, you know, I know all the best drinks here. Really? He turned towards her. For sure, I'll order one for you too. She pressed her palms on her face and looked at him as she bit her little lips. That would be nice of you too. I really don't know much about this. It's all like alcoholic behaviors and I think it's all good if we add some beverage on that all like they serve here. Erika laughed. My name is Erika. You? My name is Jiraban Hatsuga. You can call me Jericho. Are you foreigner? Well, yeah, kind of. Soon they received their drinks while they chatted. He explained all the things, and slowly he explained and talked about everything. What was it? And then soon enough he examined the drink at first. What is this? He asked. Just try it. I'll play along, and if you like it, I will pay for your drinks tonight. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't say that. You will regret it really soon. We'll see. Are you sure? I'm being generous and giving you a chance to think. It's decided. Okay then. He chalked down the drink. That's it? It should show its effect within a minute, Erika thought. This is good. Whatever it is, can I hack? Okay, can I get more of it? Sure. An hour passed and Jericho had finished 4 bottles of whose everything's on that, and he finished bottles of whiskey while Erika could barely finish one. This is good. He licked his lips. Do you have a different flavor in this? Certainly, sir. We can make you another cocktail, the club boy said as he poured and he poured the drinks into the glass full of ice. What the hell? He isn't drunk at all. I'm already beginning and already thinking like I'm feeling to feel hazy. She thought as she looked at him chug down another glass and another. Her face was red and her vision was slightly blurry. Her head seems to be spinning in all the music and noise. Then she looked at his pants. Hey, she said. He turned towards her. Are you okay? Why aren't you hard? You're drunk. You should go home. First, you answer me. She got up. She could barely stand on her heels, so she removed them and threw them aside. Jericho stood up and looked at her. Call someone. Go back home. She passed a check to the club boy. How much? She leaned towards him with a pen in her hands. $75,000. She filled it and gave it to him. Then she turned towards Jericho and grabbed his hand. You come with me. She pulled him into the crowd and pushed him into the wall. What are you doing? He asked. Now I got you. She grabbed his face and kissed him on his lips. Suddenly she found herself in the middle of nowhere, and suddenly she felt like she was traveling in free speed. At the speed nearly that of light, she passed through various dimensions until she finally saw the universe condensed as a small like atom. She went through all the different galaxies and different parallel worlds, where she saw herself being killed in thousand different ways. Finally, she entered the world where currently she was kissing Jericho and collided with herself. She opened her eyes and moved away from him. Tripping and falling in front of him, He looked at her as he brushed his lips with his sweater. His eyes seemed cold as they held the reflections of the sun. He leaned towards her. Are you okay? She still looked surprised and shocked. He smiled and sat on his toes in front of her. You shouldn't make any intense physical contact with me. Who knows, next time you will die for reals in the parallel world. What are you? She asked. What do you think? God, she asked. He laughed and pressed his index finger between her eyebrow. Suddenly, everything turned silent. She looked at him, then looked around. She was sitting on an empty street. You can't possibly give someone a status as high as that I've got. He got up. Then, who are you? Do you watch those moving pictures on screen? He asked. You mean movies? I do watch them. So, to put it simply, if there were a movie, I would always be the bad guy. I can't understand anything you are saying. You will, eventually. He smiled sadly. And when you do, you would wish we never met. And then I'll fulfill it. When the snow hits the ground, Erika, try not to give up. Give up on what? Life.